What's up, everyone? It's been a long time since I posted anything. But here we are. So right now I'm going to be starting a 100-day preserving. Well, I shouldn't say that. I'm going to be starting a 100-day putting something up in my pantry. So whether that be like dehydrating, fermenting, seasonings, meals, whatever that entails, that's what I'm going to do. This year's harvest was so terrible. I only got like a handful of tomatoes and maybe 2 peppers, a couple melons, and that was it. So I didn't really have a whole lot this year motivating me, if I'm being completely honest. It's the wrong time to kind of start stocking your pantry because of all of the seasonal foods, like my summer foods, my favorite ones that I like to make sauces out of, are done. But that is okay. We're going to restart. We'll start where we are. So right here, I just got, they're heavy. You can see them. Got some apples. We went apple picking a couple weeks ago, and there are just too many for us to eat fresh. Some of them are even going bad. So I'm just also going to make apple cider vinegar out of them as well. So I've already washed my apples. I'm just going to cut them, and I'm going to separate them for good apples. Doing is pretty simple. Take my apple. I wish I had one of those fancy apple peelers and quarters, but I don't. So I just come over here. That one's a little bruised, but it'll be okay.
I have lost me out there pain. It's so hot. Please.
Not right now.
Oh, but it's so boring. It's been like an hour.
Hey, right now I'm filming, so hold on. Not right now. So I peeled this one. This one is a little bruised. All I'm going to do is take this off, and I'm going to put it in this bowl in here for my apple cider. My apple vinegar.
Hi, have you missed me?
And then I put the core, hold on. Then I put the core in there. Peel that.
Have you missed me too?
Wrong one.
I'm 6 years old now. Yeah, 2 going up to you. Bye. That was a good act for the felt white.
And then I just take the apples that I have, and I'm putting them in lemon water. That way they can keep their color while they're waiting on me to put them in the jar itself. So,
Where's the lemon water?
over in this one.
Oh. I don't like that.
So all I'm going to do is there's a little bruise. I'm just going to skim that off.
Yep. Be
And the
careful
rest
with
is
knives. Be careful with knives, kids.
That's right. You got to be careful.
Yeah. You want to muffin? Yeah, me. Like, for now. When? No! Oops. Oh my God, that's not part of the burial. When? Oh, come on. Don't get off the table, Abel. Oh.
Alright. So again,
I know
and
you're
I'm
off it.
peeling these, and then I'm cutting them right away. That way it keeps the color of the apple.
Yep.
It doesn't get all brown and nasty.
Yeah.
without you. Not gonna lie.
I see.
Can they see? You gotta back up a little bit. There you go. There, my handsome boy.
See, Bobby, be fine.
All right, so what I did was my lemon water that I had, that I cut up all my apples. I went ahead and I just put them in a jar. It's about 3.5 cups worth of apples in the jar. I went ahead and put a cinnamon stick in it as well.
Bobby, is we fine?
And then what I'm gonna do is I'm going to get some filtered water. I'm just gonna use it from my fridge. You don't wanna use chlorine because it can kind of slow it down or kill it. All right, so all I have here is some lukewarm water, about a cup. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get some salt. I'm gonna add 3 teaspoons of salt. To my 1 cup of water. Well, thank you, Levi, for closing that.
What's this?
So I'm just gonna mix it until it's pretty much dissolved. It does not have to be perfect.
There was. It's old.
Yep, that was your lunch for today.
My box old.
Yeah. And then
Old.
I'm gonna add 4 tablespoons of just lemon juice. You can use regular lemons too. I do not have that, so I'm just using what I have on hand. Just gonna get that a good mixy mix. And then I'm just gonna pour it.
There you go.
Hold on, Levi. I'm just gonna pour it
Baby, over.
Over.
Was it away?
my apples. I actually need a little bit more water.
What's this? The pepperoni.
There weren't as many apples in this last one as my others. So, and that's a little too much water. What I'm going to do is I'm going to clean my rim off with some vinegar. It's just some white vinegar. Really well. Yes, I'm using a pot holder because I don't have any rags because our washer has gone out. So I'm using what we have right now until we get our new washer. So this is what I'm doing because I'm not going to wash all of them by hand right now because we'll get it here in just a few days, so it'll be fine. Then I'm going to put a weight on it. Make sure it is fully submerged. And then put the lid on it. So let me find something to weigh it down with. I'll be right back.
Mommy,
All right, so I went ahead and I have gotten all of these down. So I wanted to show you what I am using for weights because they're not typical weights because I don't have any. So here, all I'm using is one of those shaker bowls. It keeps it down. Here I'm using some rocks that I have washed very thoroughly. More rocks. 3 of them are rocks because I have some big ones. You probably can't even. So I got a big one. This one has like 3 little ones. 2. I just got them out of my yard and I cleaned them. And then these 2, I just used 2 big apple cores that were pretty decent. And then I put them kind of under this rim. Right here, this rim. I put them under this one. And then that way they're just stuck under the water. Also, if you don't have any of these options, you can also just get like a plastic baggie, put something in it, and then put it in. Use what you got. You don't have to go out and get all of these fancy little things for ferments. Then I got some butcher paper because I don't have plastic lids. So I'm just using old lids that I had already canned with. And I'm going to put it underneath of it. So I put it on. And then this way, this lid won't rust. You see how all of that is under the brine? That is what you're wanting. You're wanting all of the good stuff under that brine. That creates it to have no oxygen, an anaerobic environment, and then that way there's no mold or bacteria that are being done. And then, isn't that beautiful? Like, honestly, even though I don't have these rims, these look so pretty. I think it adds like a little rustic touch. You don't have to tighten it too tight, because you don't want it to you want it to be able to breathe and not just pop at you. The first couple days there shouldn't be anything going on with that.
I want to eat something there.
You want to eat something?
Yes.
No way.
This one. This one is there's something.
There's something in that fridge?
Yes.
I won't lie. Trying to get all of this on with this paper could be a little tricky. I don't feel like that one is on. There we go. No, nope, that's not it either. The butcher paper does take a little bit of time. That's what I'm using. Goodness gracious. Got it. I'm gonna use this lovely pan. Do not judge it. It is very loved, very used. Real life. All I'm gonna do next is take these, put them on here. Then I'm gonna set it up off to the side like that, because what's going to happen as they are fermenting is going to get bubbly. When it gets bubbly, it's going to pour out, and I don't want to have to clean it off my counter. So I go ahead, even when I store these in my basement, I always put something under them, because sometimes they just do it, you know, they're continuously fermenting. And so I will come in every day, just kind of let it gently, don't like lift it, just gently kind of open it. That way you can get, and just kind of, so all you're gonna do is whenever these are fermenting, once or twice a day, you're gonna come over and you're gonna like just kind of slowly take that off. And within the next 3 to 5 days, go ahead and start tasting them. If you like them, you're done. You can leave them to ferment up to 14 days or however long you want. And whatever flavor you like there, go ahead and start that. If you're not used to ferments, I would go ahead and start at 3 days and then 5 days and 7 days and slowly add up your time for your ferments. That way, you're not tasting nastiness, because ferment is sour. It's kind of a weird flavor at first. I love them. But it's a very unique flavor and a lot of people don't like it. So go ahead and start small, and then you'll slowly acclimate yourself to it. I like ferments better when it comes to preserving, because it is so good for your gut health that it doesn't and it doesn't ruin any of the good qualities. So like whenever you're canning or something, you're still slowly losing some of those nutrients, and then about after a year, it's like not as nutritional, you know, but this is nutritional dense stuff in here. It has all of your healthy good stuff. It has a lot of probiotics in here, and so you just have to take a little bit of this, a little bit of tablespoon or so a day, and you've had your probiotic for the day. You don't have to take that vegetable anymore. I mean, that vegetable. You don't have to take the vitamin for probiotics. This helps line your gut, and it gives you helps your immunity, and there's just so many benefits to ferments. But I am fairly new into ferments, so I don't want to say too much because I don't want to say something wrong. But this much I do know. So that is what I'm going to leave you with. And then here I have 2-gallon jars. I am reusing this one. This one was from the Amish for honey, and then this one was a pickle jar that we've had. And I'm going to make apple cider vinegar from home with my apple scraps. I went ahead, you can fill these halfway up with your scraps. You can fill them a quarter of the way. I mean, not a quarter. Fill them half or 75%, whatever you feel is necessary. I'm going to kind of equal these out here a little bit. The more that you have in here, the stronger the flavor will be. Another thing about your ferments, just like your other canned goods, these are going to store way longer if you keep them in a cool, dark place. So if that also helps you. But all I'm doing now is
We want to eat.
Yes, we'll eat here in just about an hour, okay? When dinner's ready. So I'm going to go ahead and just slowly start adding my water. Alright, so I got my sugar, and I'm going to do 1 tablespoon for every cup. So I'm going to do 8 in each one, because I had 8 cups in each one. You know what I could do? I could just do that. Alright, then where's my... There it is. Shake it up. So there's that one. I'm going to shake this one. It's a workout. It's a good workout. All right. Now we need a weight. So I'm going to try this. It's a piece of a funnel that I got. Oh, it won't fit in that one. But it might fit in this one. But it won't work. It's not wide enough. So this is where maneuvering and just looking for in your kitchen for random things for weights. And it has to be something that you're not going to want to use for the next couple of weeks. Alright guys, so I could not get a weight to really properly work. I almost had it, but it was just too finicky. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to transfer them into half gallons instead of a full gallon. So let you watch that process. is, by the way, this is the first time that I have ever made my own apple cider vinegar. So, it's a learning curve, but I wanted to take you guys along anyways because this is part of the challenge that I am giving myself to do 100 days worth of stocking my pantry. Now, from what I've read, you can't can with this, but you can bake with it. So, I do a lot of baking. So, I just like to let you guys watch me instead of. Alright everyone, it is late. Finishing up putting the kids to bed. But my battery on my camera died. So I just wanted to show you the final results of everything that had happened. So we have 7 quarts of the cinnamon apples. And then we had 4 half gallons of apple cider vinegar. And every day you're going to come in, kind of twist the top off just a little, let that air out, and then that's why we have this bottom tray, so the drippings come here and not all over my counter. I have trash on my counter. And just so you know, I will be giving you guys updates as this goes along. This is not one of those where it's like start to finish. Because just, I feel like, one, it'll teach us to actually really appreciate and understand how long the process takes. It's not just like a quick thing. You're just learning everything, like including patience. And then secondly, also, it is teaching me a discipline of actually just showing up every day, because I struggle with that discipline, making this a priority. So this is me making it a priority, so you just won't get it right away. You'll just have to come along with me and see it when it's done and the process through it. I'm going to be uploading every single day except on Sundays as the 100 pantry stocking begins. Sorry if it is all over the place. I will get better at this, I promise. But just like me, grow in the root of grace. Bye guys.